Hello, my dear collective. Welcome to another audience site. Let's dive into it. Some of the messages will resonate and some of them won't. Okay. I'm gonna start off with what I'm tuning in right now. Okay. Somebody's really irritated, really annoyed. What for? I actually have some cards. I just finished up the music channelings. Okay, so it could just be that this is added information to the messages I just did today. Okay. Um, or somebody's going to be pressed about the messages I'm talking about. Actually, no, that's not the case. So it's in relation to a lover. It could definitely be in relation to the messages I did in terms of from the person on your mind. Um, yes, you have somebody upset. It's a lover that's upset with you. Collective. Yeah, they're upset. They're really upset. Your lover is upset with you. They're not happy, and you don't seem to give a fuck um, or care. Okay. The energy between, well, obviously, you guys are not in good terms, but I do have some cards. Basically, you don't feel the optimism when it comes to this connection anymore, and you're keeping your options open. Okay. Um, It's in relation to an ex, okay? So your past ex lover wants to come back and they're upset with you that you don't have any optimism about this, but you don't care. Um, it's so weird. I heard like one of my phones just kind of just a picture sound. So maybe they're like watching and stalking you, and you could be aware of this. Like they're hoping for an opening for them to like, let me have my moment with collective now. I talked about this in my other readings. I just found out that it's a retrograde. So, obviously, of course, people from the past when they come back in. Um, I don't, they could see you glow up. They could see you doing better. They could see you be on a honeymoon with somebody else. Or they missed the fact when you guys were in the honeymoon phase, but you're not. And they're just like, I cannot believe Collective is still upset. But clearly you are. You don't want to deal with anyone from the past, or you just don't want to deal with this specific ex from the past. And okay, that's message number one. Okay, let me do your advice card. Basically, things are gonna actually speed up really quickly between you and this person. Now, is there a future? Should you stay mad at this person? According to the cards here, there's still so much difference between you guys, and there's some sort of like power dynamic going on. So, in your defense collective, if you just don't give a fuck about their emotions, that's that. Okay. Um, I also feel like some of you guys are playing some sort of game here with this past person. It is working. They are upset. They're in their feelings. So, well, I don't know. Maybe some of you guys want things to have more action orientated. You will get a response. Okay. I don't know if this is the type of response you want, but this is what it is. Okay. This is message number one. Message number two. It's a little bit more grim. Okay. So there is a Gemini female that is trying to do some sort of like, um, so a Gemini female is trashing their ex. Okay. Specifically, if it's a Sagittarius male or Saggy male or Saggy Aquarius, or they're either an Aquarius or a Sagittarius, but heavy on Aquarius. Okay, so it's a Gemini female that has it out for their ex. Okay, who's the male, either Sag or Aquarius. They're actively doing like spells to make them look bad. So That is one message. Okay. Um, I'm pulling an advice card. If you're the sad male that has experienced some sort of hate train going on right now because of a past lover, heavy on a Gemini, um, my go-to advice is to cleanse energy as good as you can because they're very, very knowledgeable on what they do. Um, I feel like right now it's very good to be like in isolation in healing mode. Um, okay, cut the cords if we can. Now, if we Gemini female doing this, am I too happy about people doing spell work? No, because personally, things are supposed to happen organically with the laws of the universe. But you're clearly doing this for a reason. They must have really effed you up for you to do spell work, okay? Um, and listen, hey, I said my piece. Do what you need to do. Um, I just want to say this: if you're a Sag male, Aquarius male, and dealing with an ex, past, current Gemini female, they're out to get you, and they are not playing any games. Okay, they're very serious about this. So yeah, let's keep on moving. Um, things are not gonna look good, especially like if you're a socialite. I would advise to just kind of stay hidden. Okay. Another message is again completely different. This is message number three. So there is like an outsider. Because what I was seeing, this is like similar to dream channelings. You will see them come up from time to time. I barely do them, but when I do, they get quite detailed. But I'm not. I'm just gonna summarize it for today. There's somebody that feels very a male. Um, that feels very comfortable of like abusing people. Okay, so somebody has a narcissist in their family or dealing with a narcissist. Um, they're just roaming around thinking that they have authority and power over people. In this case, females, younger females here. I don't know if it's like a family friend from the friend of the family, relative, but they seem to be very comfortable. Like I can do what I want, and it feels quite like a big family as well. Now, as you guys have seen on a global scale, there are a lot of people that has been exposed right now when it comes to like abuse, etc., etc. This just feels like hidden stuff, whereas like, yeah, somebody that I know went through this or is going on, and then you're just like, shit, this is also something that I'm experiencing. Maybe you have suppressed this, okay? Um, something about heading to school, whether it's college, high school, or something. Because this abuser, they're doing this like in plain sight, and it feels very creepy. This is the message that I've been receiving a lot of creepy messages, and I try to do my best to deliver as much as I can remember. But yeah, like my go-to advice is try to like, but it's also hard to explain to somebody that you don't they're in abusive situations. Like 9 times out of 10, especially if it's from a female's mouth about them being abused, especially by a beloved, you know, person within their freaking circle or circle in terms of family, friends, etc., etc. Like if it's like a beloved figure, it's quite hard to prove things of this nature if they're not aware of it. And even if they are, as you guys have seen on a global scale, a lot of things when it comes to abuse tends to be like, shunned or put under the rug because they don't want to deal with it. Just recently, Like in the UK, there was somebody that was saying that there was this male. There were like podcasters, and he was talking about how, yeah, his friend is like really crazy, and he literally low key, you know, trying to force somebody to abduct like a girl that he was talking to, and because the girl didn't give him any, like, shine or whatever, he just let his friend abduct that person, that female. But then her friends were around, and they were like, you're doing too much stuff. But the male in itself, who this podcaster is telling this story about, yeah, my creepy friend was like abducting this girl I was talking to, but I let her go because, she didn't have no interest. But then she came back and said she had interest in me. And that's just a female tactic of like, please get that person away from me. But he couldn't read the signs. He couldn't read the clues, you know? Um, and I say this to say, because my algorithm be on some a different story recently, and I'm sure a lot of people's algorithm is the same. A lot of things I've noticed, especially again recently, every platform seems to be cohesively in a weird mess. Okay, so it used to be quite distinct, and I talked about it in one of my music channelings. It used to be like, a separate platform algorithm wise for Instagram, YouTube. Those are the only platform I had, but I'm pretty sure the same thing goes for like X, quote unquote Twitter, and other platforms, Facebook, etc. But like everything seems to be a mesh now. So like what you see on Facebook is what you can see on YouTube, and it's gonna repeat itself on Instagram. And I found that quite annoying actually, because I love the distinctness. I don't like to see, the same thing on every platform being very repeatedly. Um, As an example, if I am seeing a reel of Winnie the Pooh, I don't need to see the same reel, literally copy and paste on YouTube as well. So, like, there's something of this nature going on. I don't know if it's the retrograde or just like the new systematic wave that's going on right now. Um, yeah. And I'm pretty sure a few days ago something was off with my electronics. Okay. So I don't know if I'm not here talking about, conspiracy deep stuff. I'm talking about real shit, and a lot of things has to do with love related. So I know. Anyways, so those are the messages. As follows, we shall continue. We also got triple three, triple two. And we're gonna dive into it in a sec. I have another dream channeling here. There's somebody that's gonna be an awesome, awesome producer slash filmmaker right now. There's like this sci-fi movie that's in the works. I also was tuning into this energy wise, and I remember when I got like glimpse of like Love Island slash Blink Twice, and I thought it was the message, but it was actually like a movie situation, and I feel like this is quite the same. Long story short, there's a sci-fi movie that's gonna have a lot of inclusivity. It's amazing, and I feel like it's something that's never been done before, which is really breathtaking. I will say that to watch something on cinema that is not again copy and paste is such a relief for me as somebody that loves like the arts. Okay. And if that's not the case, I saw some crazy stuff with a lot of people just being very unhinged, and a lot of fights going on, and a lot of supernatural things taking place. Okay. But it felt very movie-esque, so I'm gonna hope for that. But yeah, triple three is basically expect being protected on all dimension and timelines, playing fields, etc., etc. That's my go-to protection code, if I say so myself. And then we got triple two, which is symbolic for that somebody wants to heal something with you, or you need to heal something with somebody, but healing is coming in nonetheless. And lastly but not least, the final message, okay, is that somebody is quite confrontational during this time. Okay, so there's gonna be a lot of like people being very confrontational. All right, so just be aware of that. And if you're in this energy, check yourself, collective. All right. Without further ado, thank you for stopping by, and hopefully I did my best during this retrograde because oh my god, good luck in your journey in life because we all need it.